Hey divine ones, how you guys doing? I hope I caught some of y'all, and I hope some of you guys are free, because I think there's a game or something tonight. I know a couple people are going to watch the game, so y'all know how I do. The first couple of seconds, I want to start by saying hello to all of my replay watchers, because I know that the most of the people that tune in the beginning are the replay watchers. So hello to all of my replay watchers. And I see some of you guys coming in. Y'all come on in and take a seat. Okay? I want to apologize for my lighting, y'all, because my lighting is kind of funky right now because I don't have my ring lights on, but I think you guys can still see me pretty well. I'm just going to start by saying hello to a couple of people. Hey, Amber. Hey, Kanisha. Hey, Tamika. Both of my Tamikas. One is my classmate. Jazz, how you doing, love? Y'all come on in. Come on in and have a seat. Come on in and have a seat. So as you guys can see, I am wearing one of the shirts. These are the new shirts for the group. If you guys would like to purchase a shirt, you can inbox me. The shirts are $8, okay? They are $8. And right now I have various colors, but I was going to do the shirts in black and white, but you guys seem to like that black and gold a little bit more. So I think I'm going to make black and gold the official Divine One shirt. So if you guys would like to have a shirt, inbox me. As I said, the shirts are $8, and you can pay through my Cash App, which is # Divine Designs 1212. But I'll send all that to your inbox, okay? So if you want to purchase a shirt, you can just contact me through the inbox, okay? But this is what I want to tell you guys. Also, check out an episode of my podcast if you have not checked that out. I am on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, and I'll soon be on iHeartRadio. So if you guys listen to podcasts, then I encourage you to go and check that out. My podcast is called Divine Destiny with Latoya, okay? So let me get right on into the topic, because I don't even really like doing all that promoting and stuff. I just do that, go and get that out the way. This is what I want to talk about. It's time for you to fly. That's what God said. God said it's time for you to fly. Y'all know how I do too. Y'all ain't finna just sit here and watch me talk. You gonna comment, okay? Because I told y'all, when you comment on the live, that is the same thing as you touching and agreeing with me in the spirit. And when you comment, you get a deeper understanding of the word, okay? The word will resonate with you better when you comment on the live. So first thing I want you guys to do is to comment on this live and say, it's time to fly. Go ahead. Y'all start commenting. It's time to fly. Comment on this live. It's time to fly. Okay, what is you talking about, Toya? What are you talking about? It's time to fly. Well, I have been telling you guys that you are an eagle. I'm talking to you that's watching this live right now. You are an eagle. Now, as I said on the last live, whenever somebody says something to you like that in the spirit, you must take that as a compliment, because an eagle is a majestic bird. An eagle is a majestic bird. There is no other bird like an eagle, okay? An eagle is the only bird that can fly at top flight. It's the only bird that can fly at that high altitude. The other birds, the pigeons, the chickens, the buzzards, all them other common birds, they can only fly so far. The chickens, they can only flop up a few feet off the ground, and then they go right back down. And I'll tell you something else about a chicken. A chicken only flies when it's afraid. So if y'all notice, y'all don't just see chickens flying around out here. They only fly when they're afraid. So we ain't talking to the chickens, the pigeons, the buzzards. We're not talking to any of the common birds. I'm talking to the eagles. Comment on this live and say, I am an eagle. I am an eagle. Because guess what? That's what you are. You are an eagle. That's what you are. Now, God said it's time for you to fly. I told y'all on the last live how the mama eagle trained her babies. If you guys haven't seen that, I want you, after you leave this live, I want you to go back and check out my other live that I did. I think it was the night before last. And I was telling you guys about what the mama eagle does and how she trains her babies. Okay, how she teaches them how to fly, how they must leave that nest. God said it's time to leave that nest. It's time to come out of that comfort zone. Because as long as you in that comfort zone, you ain't going to fly. But I ain't going to get back into all of that. If you guys have not watched that live video, I want you to go back. After you leave this video, I want you to go back and check out the other video. And it was entitled, You Are an Eagle, Trust the Process. So, what we're going to get into in this video, I want to tell you guys some more characteristics about the eagle. Now, divine ones, you know I told you on the last live that I want you guys to go and do some research on the eagles. Now, how many of you guys did your research? If you did your research, comment on this live and say, I did my research, Toya. I did my research, girl. I looked that stuff up. I went and looked that stuff up. Because guess what? If you've been looking that stuff up, if you've been looking up anything educational, anything inspirational, anything motivational, then you rock, okay? Because everybody can't do that. Let me just tell you, these people ain't worried about their self-development and stuff. And these people ain't worried about how they going to build themselves up, how they going to chase their dreams. They're not worried about that. So if you are doing your homework, you are doing your research, and I'm not telling you guys to go do nothing out of the way. I'm telling you to spend time investing in yourself. The importance of self-education. That's why I could sit here and talk to you guys tonight and any other night that I get on this live, because I have taken the time to self-educate myself. See, you can't depend on the education that these people teaching you, baby, because they only gonna teach you what they want you to know, and they only gonna teach you just enough to stay in line with what they got going on, because they want you to serve up under them. So they only gonna teach you what they want you to know. But see, when you go and you self-educate, meaning you go get the books, you read books, because God said we got to start putting these phones down and we got to start doing our research. We got to start getting some books and reading these books. We got to start educating ourselves on our potential, because guess what? You are powerful. I tell y'all all the time, you can do all things. Comment on this live and say, I am powerful. Because you are. Every single person. God said every single person that is watching this live. Let me tell y'all something. Don't worry about these folks up here. Don't worry about these folks. I tell y'all all the time, don't worry about these folks. You got to get your blessing. Now, I just told you, when you comment and you are obedient, God gonna begin to break some things off of y'all lives. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. If you're sitting here watching these lives every time I go live and you're commenting, you touching and agreeing with me, baby, something is gonna break loose in your life. So you might as well God said get ready for that. Get ready for that. God said get ready. Because if you are being obedient, you doing what God told you to do, then you doing your research, you self-educating, you looking, trying to get more information, trying to figure out, because guess what? This is a self-journey. You can't sit there and keep depending on what the pastor said. You can't sit there and keep depending on what mama said, what grandmama said. God said you got to know him for yourself. Because he said that's the only time that this thing going to become real to you. You got to know God for yourself. You can't know him off of what mama told you. You can't know him off of what grandmama told you. God said this is a self journey. Comment on this live and say this is a self journey. This is a self journey. What does that mean, Toya? This is a self journey. That means that I can't take nobody with me. That means that can't nobody stand for me and I can't stand for them. That means that even though I love my children with all my heart, with all my soul, I can't stand for them. I can't stand for them and they can't stand for me. Even though I love my mama with all my heart and my soul, I can't stand for her and she can't stand for me. God said every man, woman, boy, and girl must stand for themselves. Everybody must give an account. That's what he said. We got to give an account. So that means that while you are here, you got to educate yourself. You got to do everything that it takes. Because it's all right for me to get up here and tell you what I know. But God said, what do you know? Because he said, you got to educate yourself. Don't depend on the education that we done got in the past. God said, we see it ain't got us nowhere. It ain't got us nowhere. All that stuff. We ain't even using it, and we never will use it. It didn't get us anywhere. It's time for you to educate yourself on your potential, your power, and what you can do. Because let me tell you something. Until you figure out who you are, I ain't talking about what you do. I ain't talking about your job. I'm talking about who you are and how the Father sees you, how God sees you. Until you figure out who you are in God, you just going to be stumbling around out here, baby. You ain't going to have no stability. You just going to be like the wind, just blowing back and forth, back and forth. You don't know whether you coming or going. God said it's time for us to come in. It's time for us to get some structure. And it's time for us to know who we are in Him. Because when you know who you are in God, you won't tolerate no smack. None. God said you won't even tolerate that mess. A lot of the stuff that we've been putting up with, God said we've been putting up with that stuff because we don't know who we are. We done forgot who we are in God. Because if we knew that we was the righteousness of God, if we knew that we were the sons and daughters of God, if we knew that we were put here to dominate and rule this earth, God said we wouldn't even be putting up with this stuff that we putting up with. God said we dealing with petty stuff. He said we've been dealing with petty stuff that we ain't even got no business concerning ourselves with. God said it's time to put all that stuff to the side and it's time to fly. That's what He said. It's time to fly. Now, as I said, I told y'all on the last live about how the mama eagle trains the baby eagles. So on this live, I'm going to be talking to y'all about storms. Okay? The storms. Let me tell y'all something. I love the eagle. Y'all gonna hear me talk about the eagle a whole lot over these next couple of days, baby, because I love the lion and the eagle. I love them. I love them. I love to watch them. You know what I'm saying? When they in hunt mode, y'all go check out a couple videos when the lion get in beast mode and he get out there and he start hunting, baby. Ain't nothing like it. And God said when we set out to do what we need to do for Him, God said we got to be just like that lion. God said it's time to get in beast mode. Coming on this live, beast mode. God said it's time to get in beast mode. That's what He told me. God said no more playing it small. I tell y'all that all the time. No more playing it small. It's time to get in beast mode. Check out that lion. You too. God said we look at a lot of stuff, but what you looking at that's going to help your soul? What are you looking at that's going to pour into your spirit? That's what God is asking. Check out some videos of the lions when they in beast mode. When they out there hunting. Baby, they don't even hesitate. They don't even hesitate. They just go in for the kill. And God said it's time out for us to hesitate and stop and let fear stop us. God said no more hesitate. God said when you see the devil, it's time to go in for the kill. Comment on this live and say go in for the kill. Go in for the kill. God said it's time to go. Ain't no more playing with the devil. Ain't y'all tired of the devil taking over y'all stuff? Ain't y'all tired of the devil taking over your house, taking over your finances, taking over your marriage? God said it's time to, ain't no more hesitate. No more hesitating. God said it's time to go in for the kill. Beast mode on the devil. All over the devil. God said it's time for us to live so in Him that the devil's scared to hear our footsteps, baby. Oh, He know, because when we come, we ain't coming to play. Just like that lion, baby. When he step out on that territory to hunt, he ain't coming to play. He ain't coming to play. He in beast mode. Because guess what? That lion know he got to eat. He got to eat. And his baby's going to eat. His baby's going to eat. And guess what? When that lion get up, baby, he start running. He started running. From the moment he first wake up in the morning, he automatically go into beast mode. He automatically start running. And he run all day long until he eat. Do you understand me? He run all day long. He don't stop until he eats. And God said we got to be the same way. I told y'all it's two animals that God identified Himself with. Two animals that the Father identifies with, and that's the lion and that's that eagle, baby. And God said we got to be just like that lion and just like that eagle, because God said we supposed to be dominating. Dominate means to take over, to rule. Take over the thing. Just take over all of it. Rule, subdue, and have dominion. That's what God said. That's why I love the eagle and I love the lion, because baby, that lion, he dominates. He dominate that animal kingdom. Do you understand me? When he step out there, he ain't coming to play. He ain't coming to play. And God said just like that lion when he first wake up, he take off running. God said, as soon as we get up. I told y'all the other day on my live that you got to command your day. I told y'all that the enemy be waiting on y'all before y'all even wake up. That's why some of y'all wake up in your house and all hell be done broke loose. Because the enemy be on his job. God said it's time for us to get on our job. And y'all share this live too. Share this live. Share this live. Because we need to get this out there. We need to get this word out there. Because this is good word. This is good word. And this is going to help somebody. So y'all share this live, because you don't never know who's scrolling up on your news feed that need to hear this. You don't never know who reading, who about to commit suicide, who going through, who on their last leg and need to hear a word. Share this message, share this video right now. Y'all ain't got to leave the video, but hit share. Share this video. God said the enemy ain't playing. He ain't playing, y'all. He come to kill, steal, and destroy. He ain't playing. And God said it's time for us to get in beast mode and let him know that we ain't playing. Comment on this live and say, I ain't playing. I ain't playing, Toya. I ain't playing. Comment on this live. I ain't playing. God said it's time out for playing. It's time out for hesitating. God said every time we get ready to make up in our mind that we're going to do right, that we're going to follow our dream, God said here comes something and here comes somebody. As the word of God said, every time I desire to do good, evil is always present. Evil is always present. It's always around you. Y'all ain't never noticed that. Every time you get ready to make up in your mind that you gonna live for God. If I'm on time with this, y'all comment on this live and say, you on time, Toya. You on time tonight. You on time, Toya. Comment on this live, divine ones. I love y'all. I love y'all so very much. All of my divine ones. I love you guys. That's why I go hard like I go hard, because I ain't up here to play. I could be doing anything else. I ain't up here to play, baby. I didn't come to play. I told y'all we in beast mode. This is beast mode. Share this live. Share this message. Share this live. It's time to fly and it's time to dominate. God said no more. No more hesitating. No more hesitating. Every time you make up in your mind that you're going to do right, here comes somebody to get on your nerves. Here comes somebody to make you curse. Y'all know what I'm talking about now. God said we got to stop being easily moved by stuff. Don't let this stuff get to y'all. Tell them folks, bye. I told you. I love you. God bless you. And bye. Comment on this live. Tell them folks, bye. Let me tell you something. That's the best thing you could ever say to somebody. Because you not hurting their feelings. You telling them God bless you, I love you, and bye. Now they're going to look at you like you crazy, but that's all right. Because God said you got somewhere you got to be. You got a divine destiny, baby. Now, after y'all said tell them folks bye, comment on this live. Y'all don't have to keep up with me tonight, baby, because I'm on fire. Do you understand me? I'm on fire tonight. Y'all don't have to move them fingers. Come on, comment fast. Comment fast, because I'm on fire with this, baby. I'm on fire with it. After y'all say tell them folks bye, comment on this live and say I am divine. I am divine, baby. You know what divine means? Divine means of God, from God, by God. Because guess what, baby? You are of God. Do you understand me? You are the righteousness of God. You are the righteousness of God. I don't care what the enemy told you. I don't care what they said about you. I don't care what side of the tracks you grew up on. I don't care what your last name is. I don't care what you did last night. I don't care what you're getting ready to do tomorrow. You are the righteousness of God. Do you understand me? And you are divine, baby. You are of God. You are from God. And you are by God. Because the Bible says that we were all made in the image and the likeness of God. Every single one of us. Ain't nobody better than the other one. So guess what? You and your degree, that don't make you no better than nobody else. You and your title, that don't make you no better than nobody else. Because the Father sees us as all one. We're all the same to the Father, baby. So they can look at me like I'm crazy. Who she is, who she supposed to be. I'm a child of God. Because we all are children of the King. It ain't no big I's or little U's in the kingdom. I told y'all on my page the other day, we are not here to compete. We are all here to dominate. We are all here to take over because we have a gift. God put a gift on the inside of you. Comment on this live. Comment on this live and say, I have a gift. I have a gift. There is a gift on the inside of me. And I told y'all, you can't go back to the Father with this gift. Do you understand me? God said this is urgent. We are in a state of emergency. This is urgent. God said it's too many people sitting on their gifts. That's what he told me. He said it's too, God said I put wonderful, beautiful gifts on the inside of y'all. God said y'all some talented folks. Do you understand me? God said you need to stop sleeping on yourself. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you need to stop sleeping on yourself, baby. Stop sleeping on your potential. You are powerful. You can do all things. There is a God. There is a giant on the inside of you. And Toya came to wake it up. He been in there snoring and sleeping, but Toya came to wake it up because you got a giant on the inside of you, baby. Comment on this live and say, I have a giant inside of me. I have a giant on the inside of me. You know what that giant is, baby? That giant is God. That giant is the Spirit of God. That's why no matter what they do to you, they can't kill you. Okay. That's why you still standing, baby, because of that giant that's on the inside of you. That's why they can't wipe you out, because you got that giant on the inside of you. That's why no matter how many lies they tell on you, baby, you still standing. No matter how many times they make you cry, you pop back up with a fresh smile like, hey, how y'all doing? That's because you got a giant on the inside of you. God said you ain't coming up out of here till he get ready for you to leave up out of here. I don't care what they did to you. I don't care what kind of trap they set for you. God said that mess will not stand. Do you understand me? God said somebody watching this live, somebody has set a trap for you. Oh my God. Somebody has set a trap for you. God said, but you won't fall in it. God said, when you hit play and you commented on this live, God said, you missed that trap, baby. You out of that trap. God said, now watch these folks that's around you. Because God said they're going to come around to see if the trap working. Okay. Yeah. See, y'all think these folks be coming around to see how y'all doing. Hey, how you doing? No, baby. They coming to see if the trap worked. But God said they're going to be surprised when they see you. Because God said you ain't going to fall in that mess. You ain't going to fall in that mess. Because God said you messed around and stepped off in this live. And commented and got your blessing. Now be obedient and comment on this live. I am a child of God. Because that's what you are. Comment on this live. I am a child of God, baby. Nothing you do to me will stand. God said that's why these folks looking at y'all like y'all crazy. Because they thinking you supposed to be out of here, baby, a long time ago. They don't understand why you still here. They don't understand why you still breathing. God said that's because you got a giant. God said some of y'all don't even understand why you still breathing. That's because you got a giant on the inside of you, baby. I told you, you ain't leaving up out of here till God get ready for you to leave up out of here. And God said some of y'all trying to rush yourself up out of here. I done told y'all stop saying that mess about y'all sick. Stop saying that mess about y'all feel bad. Don't say that mess no more. Do you understand me? Now, if I'm going to have to get on to you about something, I'm going to get on to you about that. Because God said you need to stop saying that stuff. The Bible says, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. You are the redeemed of the Lord. And it's time for you to start speaking as such. Stop saying that mess by I am sick. I am broke. I don't want to hear y'all say that anymore. Let me tell y'all something. I don't even scroll the news feed. I don't even scroll. Because it done got to the point where it grieves my heart to even scroll a news feed. I don't even look at a news feed. Because all it is negativity. People are using I am and they are taking the name of the Lord and they putting all kind of stuff after that. God said we got to stop saying this stuff. God said every time y'all sit up there and say I am sick, God said you are cursing yourself. You are cursing yourself. He said, behold, this day I put before you blessings and curses. You choose. You choose. You choose by what comes out of your mouth. Stop saying that mess by I am sick. I don't feel good. I always get sick. God said every time you say that, you're going to keep getting sick. Because what you put out the I am, that's what you're going to get. And God said some of y'all like being sick. He said that's why you say that, because you like to be sick. God said he can't do nothing with you sick. That's why God said that it is his will, beloved. It is his will that you prosper and be in good health as your soul prospers. So as your soul is advancing in God, your health is supposed to be advancing. Your money is supposed to be advancing. Because everything that's going on inside, the outside going to start matching what's going on the inside. That's why I tell y'all to get in that word and do your research and self-educate, baby. Because you got to know you ain't doing that stuff for free. That stuff is going to start paying off. You're going to start seeing that manifestation on the outside. But you got to stick with it. God said our problem is we want to try something for 30 days. And then when it don't work the way we think it's supposed to work, we give up. Now, he got me about this. God said some of us don't even make it to 30 days. We do it for about 10 days and we don't see what we want to see. So forget that mess. We ain't doing that no more. God said that's why you ain't prospering in nothing, because you don't have any patience. You got to have faith and you got to have patience. God said you got to pick one thing and stick with that. This is what he told me. God said, stop trying to do everything. Pick one thing and stick with that. And God said, master that. God said, pick that one thing. And God said, put all your energy, put all your time, put all your focus on that one goal. I'm telling y'all some real stuff now. I'm telling y'all some real stuff. God said, we trying to be a jack of all trades. We trying to do it all. You can't do it all. God didn't make you to do it all. God gave you a gift. Now you got to use that gift, because that's how you going to dominate. Take all your time, all your energy, baby, and put it on your gift. And God said, you're going to see some changes in your life. Do you understand me? God said that money you want is going to come to you. I told y'all about chasing a bag. Don't you be out there chasing no bag, because that money going to keep running from you. It's going to keep running from you. Money is a tool that we use. I told y'all today how to manifest money. First of all, stop saying negative stuff about money. Because as long as you keep talking bad about money, you ain't going to never have no money. That's what God told me. God said, stop saying bad stuff about money. Stop thinking that people that got a lot of money are evil. Them people are not evil just because they got money. See, that's what religion done taught us. Religion done taught us that it's bad. We ain't supposed to want to have no money. And we supposed to want to be humble and broke. The devil is a lie. You got to have some money. Do you understand me? If you trying to do anything for God, that going to take some money. And God knows that. He knows that. He knows our needs. And he's ready to meet our needs. But God said we keep getting in the way with our mouth. Stop saying negative stuff. Stop saying, oh, they think they all this and that because they got some money. Stop saying stuff like that. Let me tell y'all something. When you see people that got good money, when you see people that are rich, when you see people that are taking trips and living the abundant life, I told y'all, be thankful and bless them folks. Wish them people well. Wish them all of the success and all of the prosperity. Because God said we got to get rid of that spirit of envy. We got to get rid of that spirit of jealousy. Let me tell y'all something. Money does not attract itself to people like that. Because God said as long as y'all continue to be jealous, he said you ain't going to never have the money you want. You got to learn how to be happy for people, baby. Comment on this live and say, I can be happy for others. I know how to be happy for others. I know how to congratulate others. Because when you can do that and you can mean that stuff from your heart, I ain't talking about saying one thing with your mouth and mean something else in your heart. Because God said he could see past all of that stuff y'all got on the outside. God said he could see what you got in your heart. See, man looks at the outer appearance, but God judges us by our hearts. Can you be happy for other people? God said that's why a lot of our blessings are locked up, because some of us don't know how to be happy. We don't know how to be happy for people. Let me tell y'all something. Other people getting blessed ain't got nothing to do with your stuff, baby. God said you still gonna get your stuff. You the one holding your stuff up because you sitting up there being jealous about other people. We got to learn how to be happy for our brothers and our sisters in Christ. Be happy for these people. I don't know why people think just because somebody else popping or somebody else doing something, they're going to make them look bad or that's going to make them look crazy. I told y'all we're not here to compete. We are all here to dominate. Dominate. Now, you just imagine what would happen if we all came together. Because, see, I got my gift. You got your gift. Everybody got a gift. Now, you imagine if everybody come together, put those gifts together, which is the way God intended for it to be. He ain't mean for you to be over here doing this and the other one over there doing that. And you looking over there at the fence talking about, ooh, oh, they think they all that. Oh, they think they this. Oh, they think they that. God said he hate that mess. He hate that mess. And God said it's time to get rid of that spirit of jealousy, and it's time to get rid of that spirit of envy. It's time to get rid of that stuff. Because ain't nobody no better than you, and you ain't no better than nobody else. We all were put here to dominate. We all supposed to be flying, baby. We all supposed to be just like that eagle, and we all supposed to be taking over. Come in on this live and say, it's time to take over. Y'all come on. Come in on this live. It's time to take over. No more playing. No more playing it small. Take over. And I'm going to tell y'all something else too. Don't worry about what nobody say about you. Forget them folks. I love them, but I don't care what nobody got to say about me. Let me tell you something. When you get to the point where you don't care what anybody has to say about you, baby, you can fly then. You can fly. God said that's what's holding us down. We got all them weights on us. God said you got to drop them weights, baby. Comment on this live, say drop them weights. You got to drop them weights, baby. You got to drop what all of your feelings about what people say about you. Because, you know, sometimes we'll let what people say about us get to us. Let me tell y'all something. If God told you you were something, you better say what God told you is. And don't you worry about these folks. I tell you quick, I am a spiritual life coach. Now, where my qualifications at? God qualified me. That's why I'm a spiritual life coach. Because of all the trials and the tribulations that I done been through, baby. Because I done had a journey I done had to walk. Do you understand me? I had a journey I had to walk, and I'm still walking that journey. And God said, baby, the journey is what qualified you. God said, when they ask you where your qualifications at, tell them God qualified you. Because he did. He did. And when God, let me tell y'all something. God don't call the qualified. See, man think that you got to be qualified to do something. Oh, where's your qualifications? Y'all know how you go apply for a job and they want to tell you all of the job qualifications that you got to have. Baby, let me tell you something about the kingdom. God don't work like that. God ain't studying that mess. Because God said the ones that we put up on a pedestal, God said he ain't worried about them folks. The ones you put up on a pedestal, them ones that you praise, God said he ain't even worried about them folks. God said he looking for the least ones. I'm one of the least ones, baby. I'm the underdog. I'm the underdog. Comment on this live and say, I'm an underdog. Don't be ashamed. Don't be shy. Don't worry about these folks. Comment on this live and say, I am an underdog. Let me tell y'all something. It is not a bad thing to be an underdog, baby. They bet on the underdogs. They put all their money on the underdogs. Because let me tell you something, baby. The best gifts come from the bottom. That's where all the good stuff is. It's like when you dig down in a cooler full of sodas and drinks. When you dig down in that cooler, get my light back right. When you dig down in that cooler full of sodas and drinks, y'all know them good and cold sodas. The good and cold sodas. They way down there in the bottom. You got to dig way down there in the bottom. God said that's how you are. God said you thinking it's a bad thing because you came from the bottom. Baby, that's a good thing. Do you understand me? Because I came from the bottom. But the best gifts are at the bottom. God said you got to dig way down there. See, we think that it's something about the cream of the crop, what's on the top and all this type of stuff. God said the best gifts came from the bottom, baby. God said that's why you can't let people opinions of you stop you. Do you understand me? Don't let nobody opinion of you stop you. Don't worry about them folks. Do not worry about the best gift you could ever give yourself is to stop caring about what people say about you, what people think about you. God said that's the best gift you could ever give yourself. Because after that, what else is it? What else is it? What else is it? So if you came from the bottom, baby, God said some of y'all been letting that bother you. Some of y'all been letting that get to y'all because y'all came from the bottom. The best gifts came from the bottom, baby. They came from the bottom. Comment on this live. Comment on this live and say the best gifts come from the bottom. The best gifts come from the bottom. Because they do. They do. They do. Y'all know how them talent scouts, when they come in from out of town and stuff, y'all know them, the main players they be looking at them boys that came from the projects, baby. They be looking at them boys, they be looking at them players that came from the gutter. Cause guess what, baby? They know they hungry. They hungry. They hungry for it. See, them kids that had a silver spoon fed to them all their lives, they ain't hungry for it like that. God said he ain't looking for nobody like that. No. He ain't looking for nobody like that. God said he looking for some hungry folks. Comment on this live and say, I'm hungry, Toya. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Because let me tell you something. The Bible says that those who hunger and thirst, y'all don't hear me. The Bible says those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, they shall be filled. Comment on this live and say, I'm hungry, Toya. Because guess what, baby? God getting ready to give it to you. He getting ready to give it to you. You getting ready to walk into the abundance of God. Do you understand me? You getting ready to see the manifestations of God. God said that hunger that you got, God said keep it going. Keep it going. Stay hungry. Stay hungry. God said he getting ready to fill you up. He getting ready to fill you up, baby. Somebody been hungering and thirsting after God. And God finna get ready to fill you up. God said he gonna fill you so till you just gonna run over. You gonna run over. It gonna run over on your children. It gonna run over on your husband. It gonna run over on your wife. It gonna run over on the folks at your job. They ain't even gonna know what's going on. It just gonna be a break in the spirit. God said he gonna fill you. That's why you gotta keep seeking him. That's why you gotta keep looking for God. You gotta keep seeking God. Because God said those that hunger and thirst after righteousness, they shall be filled. He looking for somebody that's hungry. God ain't looking for them preparatory bougie. Ooh. Them bougie folks. God ain't looking for nobody like that. Y'all know them bougie folks. Always got their nose up in the air. Think they better than somebody. God ain't looking for nobody like that. God said go sit down somewhere because he can't do nothing with you until you humble yourself. Comment on this live and say, humble yourselves. Humble yourselves, baby. Because God can't do nothing with nobody high and mighty. Look in the Bible at everybody that was high and mighty and see what God did to them. He knocked them down, baby. And God said, some of y'all, he getting ready to knock you off your high horse. Y'all know some of these folks. God said he getting ready to knock them off their high horse, baby. And the main ones that they tooted them noses up at, God said they're going to have to come back and ask them, can I have some, do you have any? Okay. Because God said some of these folks done got too high and mighty. They done got too high and mighty. I told y'all, God see all of us the same. God ain't worried about no title. God ain't worried about none of that stuff. And God told all of us to rule, subdue, and have dominion over the earth. Everybody. Man and woman, male and female, made he them. They were standing side by side. So to any man that think he's supposed to rule over a woman, and any woman that thinks she's supposed to rule over a man, the devil is a lie. God put them side by side. And he told them to rule, subdue, and have dominion over the earth. Dominate the earth. Get in beast mode and take over. And let me tell y'all something. The enemy knows that. The enemy knows that God's plan was for man and woman to dominate together. And that's why the enemy has set out to tear families apart. I know what I'm talking about. That's why you see so many baby mamas and baby daddies now. Yeah. The enemy knows what he's doing because that was the dynamic that God put together. That was the dynamic that God set into place in order for us to rule and subdue and take over this earth. So we gonna still take over, but see, it's harder on you when you got to do it separated from somebody, or you got to do it, with one person here and the other person there, and you got to try. Y'all know how I feel like you just got the weight of the world on your shoulders. But God said, don't let that stop you, baby. God said, you still gonna get there. And God said, when you get there, you're gonna appreciate it. Because you know how hard you had to work for that thing. I told y'all on my last live, it ain't no elevator to success. Comment on this live, say you got to take the stairs. I told y'all, you got to take the stairs. You ain't no elevator to success. It was too many folks trying to get on it, and they broke it. So it's broke. The elevator to success is broke. You're going to have to take the stairs. You're going to have to walk the process. You're going to have to do that. But I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about the eagle, and I'm going to get ready to let y'all go. Storms, baby. Whoo. Ooh, I love the Eagles. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to try to keep my cool and sit in this chair, because when I go to talking about this stuff, it get me so excited in the spirit, I could take off running. But let me tell you something about this eagle, baby. Let me tell you what this, when the storm come, God said when the storm come, the pigeons, the chickens, the buzzards, the common birds, when the clouds gather together and the storm begin to come, the pigeons and the chickens and the birds, they go take shelter. God said they go hide for shelter. They go run for shelter. God said that's them weak folks. God said that's them folks that can't never take nothing. Y'all know some people like that. Comment on this live and say, amen, Toya. Amen, Toya. Now, I'm talking about the chickens and the pigeons and the buzzards and all the little common birds. God said when the clouds gather together and the storm come, they go run. They go hide for shelter. They be they be cackling and, oh, we got to go take shelter. The storm finna come. God said it's time out from running for your storm. Do you understand me? God said stop running from that stuff. God said you got to know who he is, baby. God is the God of the storm. He is the God of the storm. And you got God on the inside of you. So God said stop running from that storm. Stop running. Comment on this live and say stop running. Stop running. God said don't you run, don't you run, don't you run, baby. God said you were built to stand for this storm. Do you understand me? You can take this. You can take this. God said somebody watching me done been going through some things. You don't know you can take this. You feel like you about to lose your mind and you about to go under. But God said you can take this. You can take this. Because you got a giant on the inside of you, baby. God said you were built for the storm. You are an eagle. You are an eagle. You was built for the storm. Comment on this live and say, I was built for the storm, Toya. I was built for the storm. Because when God made you, baby, he made you in his image and he made you in his likeness. God ain't make no junk and God ain't just throw nothing together. God took your time. He knew what he was doing when he made you. And God put everything you were going to need on the inside of you. He equipped you for this journey. And that's how I can sit here tonight and tell you with confidence that you was built for this thing. Nah, I know what I'm talking about. You was built for this storm. God said, stop being like them pigeons and them chickens and them buzzards and stop running when the storm comes. See, they run and they go hide in the shelter when the clouds gather together. The lightning start flashing and the rain start falling and the wind start coming. The pigeons and the chickens and the birds, y'all make sure y'all share this live. As I said, somebody need to hear this word. They need to hear this. So y'all hit share. Don't leave the video, but hit share because somebody need to hear this. God says somebody been running from their storm. They need to hear this. Share this live. It's time to stop running. God said that I told y'all it's time to face the giants. Face the giants. Comment on this live and say it's time to face the giants. I told you, baby, you can't, I'm sorry, you can't just sit here and watch me talk. You're going to have to interact with me, okay? But it's for your good. God said that's working for your good. God said you learning something. God said you getting somewhere. And God said you're going to see the manifestation off of this word. Don't take this stuff lightly. Y'all better comment. Do you understand me? God is getting ready to do something in y'all life. Y'all been looking for a move of God. Well, you just stepped off in it, baby. You in it right now. You've been looking for a move of God. God said this is it. This is it. Now comment on this live and share this live because somebody needs to hear this. But God says somebody been running. He said, stop running. Don't you run from that stuff no more. God said it's time to face it. Face the giants. Comment. If y'all haven't commented yet, comment on this live. Face the giants. Guess what? Everybody got a giant. Whatever your giant is. See, your giant ain't going to be the same as my giant. Everybody got their own giant. Your giant is whatever you are afraid of. Now, don't comment this, but just think about this in your spirit. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What is stopping you? What is stopping you? What is stopping you from reaching your destiny? What is stopping you from getting to the end? What is stopping you from going forward? Because God said we all got it. He said we all got a fear. I don't care who you is, baby. I don't care how righteous you are. I don't care what your title is. I don't care how much money you make. We all have something that we are afraid of. Do you understand me? We all got something we are afraid of. But if you look throughout the Bible, all throughout the Bible tells us to be not afraid. Do not fear. Do not fear. Neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God will fight for you, baby. God will fight for you. Let me tell you something. If God told you to do something and you find somebody standing in your way of you doing what God told you to do, God said he will eradicate them folks. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? If God told you to do something and you find a barrier in your way, you find somebody that's standing in between what God told you to go and do, baby, don't you say nothing. See, let me tell you, God said this is what we mess up at. We want to go to talking. God said don't say nothing to them folks. God said somebody is in your face and they on your job. They everywhere you turn around at. God said they've been taunting you. They've been taunting you on social media. They've been threatening you. Let me tell you something. You figure out what it is that God wants you to do. And you set out to go do that. And God said every single person that get in your way, God said he going to eradicate them folks. God said when they get in your way, God said pray for them. Pray for them because God said you going to see. God said he going to wipe them folks out. Do you understand me? God is not going to let nobody stop you from your destiny. Once you done made up in your mind that you going to reach your destiny, God ain't going to let nobody stop you, baby. Can't nobody. Let me tell you who can stop you. Can't nobody stop you but you. You're the only person that can stop you. See, God said we think the battle is out there. We think that it's something dealing with the folks out there. Oh, my supervisor get on my nerve. Oh, my husband get on my nerve. Oh, these children about to run me crazy. God said they ain't got nothing to do with that mess. God said can't nobody stop you from your destiny but you. You are the only person that can stop you. God said stop running from that storm. Stop running. Let me tell y'all something. I ran a long time. I felt like Forrest Gump. I ran a long way, a long time, because I ran. God said stop running. That's why I like to sit right here and tell y'all right here, right now, because I ran. I was in my running season. God said, woman of God, what are you doing? What are you doing? God said you just running and you ain't even happy. You ain't even happy. Let me tell y'all something. I had whatever I wanted. You can have whatever you want, baby. That don't make you happy. Let me just tell you right here and right now. You can have whatever you want. That does not make you happy. No. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You can keep your hair dead. You can keep the latest wig. Your wig don't never be stiff. You always got your nails done and your face always beat, and men, you always got that nice, fresh cut and hairline, and your beard fresh and growing nice and all that type of stuff. God said y'all got all this stuff going on, but God said y'all ain't even happy. Okay, I know what I'm talking about because I was the same way. Had just looked beautiful on the outside, but was just broken, just tore up, a hot mess on the inside. That's what I was. God said, woman of God, you are a hot mess. And let me tell y'all how I know what I'm talking about. You a hot mess because you ain't got into your gift. Because God said you ain't going to be happy until you do what he made you to do. God said whatever that is that you do, that you love to do, that you happy, you don't never think about the time. You just get so happy when you do it. God said whatever that thing is, God said that's your gift. And God said until you do that full time, God said I don't care how much money you gonna make. God said you ain't going to be happy. You ain't going to be happy. God said some of y'all dreading to go up and need 4 jobs and stuff because y'all ain't happy. You're not happy. God said he ain't make you to do that. He did not create you to do that. But see, you running from that storm because you don't want to face the fears of everything it's going to take for you to run after your dreams. God said it's time out for running. It's time out for running. Stop being like them pigeons and them chickens and them birds. Them common birds, them buzzers and stuff. Comment on this live and say no more running. Come on. Comment. No more running. It's time out for running. No. No more running. Do you understand me? Now I'm breaking this thing down for y'all tonight. I was gonna get off, but God said, take your time. Take your time, because God said they need to know this and they need to hear this. And y'all, as I said, share this live, because these people need to hear this. Whether they know it or not, they need to hear it. It's time out. Stop running. Stop running. What are you afraid of? God said, whatever your fear is, you're going to have to face that thing. You're going to have to face that thing, baby. God said, stop running from your fear and run into it. Run into it. Because guess what? I told y'all the children of Israel, God promised them that land. But when they got to that land, they found that there were giants. There were giants in that land. But they know that this is what God had promised them. Y'all know God promised y'all this stuff. God has promised you abundance. God has promised you wealth. He has promised you success. Let me tell you something. Abundance is your birthright. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means, love? Abundance is your birthright. Baby, let me tell you something. You are royalty. Do you understand me? You are royalty. See, the world tell you, oh, they ain't then. That's such and such. Oh, they ain't then. I told y'all, God don't see you the way these folks see you. And God don't see you the way you see yourself. See, when your vision of yourself matches the vision of the Father, when your vision matches the vision that God has for you, oh, baby, the world got to get out your way. Because let me tell y'all something. Just look at me. Just look at me. The devil should have killed me when he had the chance. Let me just tell you that right here and right now, baby. Because when he let me broke free, that was it. That was it. That was it. Because when I broke free with a new anointing. I broke free with a new word. A new word. Y'all comment on this live and say, I broke free, baby. I'm free. I broke free. I broke free, Toya. I'm telling y'all. The enemy should have killed you when he had a chance. He should have killed you before you got a chance to watch this live. He should have killed you when he had you down for the count. But God said he messed around and let you get up. And God said when you got up, baby, whoo. And God said you got your wind back. God said you got up with a fresh anointing. God said he gave you a fresh start. You got a fresh anointing. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but God said he is giving you a clean slate. You got a clean slate. And God said I'm giving you the pencil. He said, I'm giving you the divine pencil. God said, you write your destiny. See, we sitting around waiting on God to come do something for us, thinking that God is the one that controls our destiny. God said, you got the power. God said he gave you the power, baby. Heaven is just waiting. Heaven like, what's up? What's good? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we sitting around here waiting on God and God waiting on us. God like, here you go. Write your stuff. Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain. Comment on this live and say, write the vision. Come on, my divine ones. Comment on this live and say, write the vision. You got to write that thing, baby. I told you got to put it on paper. You got to put that thing on paper. Do you understand me? I'm probably going to tell y'all to comment that every single time you watch me. Comment first and say, write the vision. And after you have commented, write the vision, I want you to comment, put it on paper. Put it on paper. Put that thing on paper. Because I told y'all, as long as that stuff floating around in your head, the devil going to take it from you. He going to steal it from you. Because the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. But God said, I come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. That's why I told y'all abundance is your birthright. Because God, that's a right. You got the right to be wealthy. Do you understand that? You have a right to be rich. God said that's your right because you are a child of God. God said you ain't even supposed to be broke, baby. We ain't even supposed to be waiting on no money. We ain't supposed to be. Money is supposed to be at our fingertips to do whatever we want to do with it because that's the way it is in heaven. And God said as it is in heaven, so it should be on earth. You are a child of the King. Now, what you go look over there at them folks over there in England or wherever, the royalty. Now, I don't care what that child go do. I don't care. That child can go wreck 5, 6 of their cars. They go tear up all their stuff. They can throw parties in the castle and do everything else. They do all kind of stuff. But guess what? The queen and the king, they don't never stop loving that child. They still get it. That child still got access to everything. Okay. Come on now. Come on now. I hope y'all feel me, baby. I hope y'all feel me tonight. If you feel me, comment on this live. Say, I feel you, Toya. I feel you, girl. I don't care what the prince and the princess go get theyself in. Guess what, baby? That king and that queen, they coming. They coming to get their children. Do you understand me? And God said some of y'all done got y'all self in some mess. God said he on the way. He is on the way, baby. God said he already there. He's already there. He's already in your situation. God said he was in your situation just waiting on you. Y'all seen what he did with the 3 Hebrew boys now. The 3 Hebrew boys. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. See, I ain't even know I was finna do all this. I ain't even know I was finna go into all that, but let the spirit go, Toya. Just let it go. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, baby. God, this is what God is telling you. This is what God wants you to know. God said, stop praying for him to deliver you out of your situation. God said he coming to meet you in that thing. Do you understand me? God said he coming to, God said some of y'all been in the fire, baby. God said y'all been going through the fire. God said y'all been praying for him to come get y'all out that fire. But God said he ain't going to get y'all out the fire. God said he going to come in the fire and sit down with you. Just like this. God said he coming in there. He coming in there to sit in that thing with you. He gonna sit in there with you, baby. He gonna walk around in that furnace with you, baby. Just like he did with them 3 Hebrew boys. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They told the king, oh, king, live forever. Oh, king, we are so careful not to disrespect you. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all enemies. God said, watch what y'all say to them folks, because you are a child of the king, and your words got power, baby. Your words got power. God said no matter what them folks say about y'all, no matter what them folks say to y'all, God said still, if they are over you, if they have authority over you, because God said some of these people that been messing with y'all, they got authority over y'all. They got authority over y'all in the natural, but they don't know that you got authority over them in the spirit. Somebody know what I'm talking about. You got authority over them in the spirit. God said don't say nothing to disrespect them. God said, just keep your mouth shut, baby, because you know that the God that you serve will fight for you. He will deliver you. Do you understand me? And God said, some of y'all done been through the fire, but you ain't going to smell like smoke. You ain't going to smell like smoke, baby. Because God said, you been praying for him to come bring you out the fire. God said, no. Let me tell y'all something about our God. He's long suffering. He's long suffering. He suffers long with us, that we may be glorified together. He's a long-suffering God. And God is the God of the storm, baby. God is the God of the furnace. You think a fiery furnace, that ain't nothing for God. You think your situation is something for you. You think that's something to God, baby. God said that mess ain't nothing. That mess ain't nothing. Let me tell y'all something. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof belongs to him. God said everything y'all see belongs to him. So why y'all looking at these folks like these folks can do something to y'all? These people can't do nothing to y'all unless God allow that stuff. They can't do nothing to you. They can't do nothing to you. So listen to me. You know that you are a child of the king, right? If you know that you are a child of the king, comment on this live and say, I am a child of the king. I am a child of the king. Comment on this live. And if y'all haven't shared this video, share this live, okay? And comment. Come on back and comment. I am a child of the king. Baby, let me tell you something. I told you don't take this lightly. Every time you comment, you are touching and agreeing with me in the spirit. You don't have to be in the physical. You don't have to physically touch somebody in order to touch and agree with them. You can touch and agree with them through the spirit. And every single time you comment on this live, you are touching and agreeing with me in the spirit. In the spirit. Do you understand me? Don't take that lightly. Don't take that lightly. God said, where 2 or 3 touch and agree on anything, he'll be in the midst of them. Anything concerning him, he'll be in the midst of them. So when you comment on this live, God is in the midst of this, baby. God is in the midst of this, and God is working your situation out. You might don't say nothing. Let me tell y'all something. Don't be ashamed to tell your testimony. I used to be like that. I used to be scared to talk about what I've been through and all this type of stuff. We overcome through our testimony. Y'all better start testifying the goodness of God. Do you understand me? Because that story that you shame to tell somebody about, God said that story is going to deliver somebody else. The story that you shame to tell somebody about, that story is going to save somebody's life. God said people are sitting around here dying because y'all scared to tell people about what y'all done been through. God said when these people see what you've been through and how you came out of it, God said that going to give them a new strength. And they'll be able to run. Because they'll look at you like, okay, well, he made it out of this. She made it out of this. So I know I can make it. Stop hiding your testimony. Do you understand me? You better testify the goodness of God, baby. God said some of y'all worry about how this stuff gonna make y'all look and all this type of stuff. Some of y'all don't want to tell nobody about how y'all couldn't feed your children. You don't want to tell nobody about how you couldn't buy Pampers for your baby. You better testify the goodness of God. Do you understand me? Because somebody is gonna be delivered off of your testimony. Now that's just a side note. But God says stop running. Stop running away from your storms. Stop running. Them pigeons, them chickens, Them buzzards, when the clouds gather together and the storm come, they run for shelter. Stop running, because you ain't no pigeon. I told you what you are. You are an eagle. Stop running like them pigeons and them chickens do. Now, we all for the pigeons and the chickens. We done spent long enough talking about them. We finna get into these eagles, baby, because you are an eagle. And let me tell you what them eagles do. When the clouds gather together, baby, the eagle get excited. He get happy. He be like, ooh, yes, this is what I've been waiting on. God said you gotta wait. You gotta be eager to see the storm. Because you know the devil gonna show his head, baby. You know he coming. God said you gotta be ready for him. When he show up, you gotta be like, ooh, there he go. You gotta be just ready to go buying some stuff. You ought to just be ready to just go take the enemy head off. You ought to be ready. Comment on this live and say, I'm ready. I'm ready, Toya. I'm ready for the devil. Where he at? Where he at? You ought to get excited when he show up. Because you know he coming. You know he coming. If you do the right thing or the wrong thing, the devil's still coming, baby. So you might as well do the right thing. Do you understand me? God said it's time for us to get off of the defense. It's time for us to get on the offense. It's time for us to start looking for the devil. Because we know he coming. We're an eagle. I told you, you are an eagle. You are an eagle. When the eagle see the storms, when the eagle see the clouds gather together, that eagle get excited. It get excited. And what happened is with the eagle spends every day of its life looking for storms. The other birds take shelter. They run. They run when the storm comes. But see, when the storm comes, when the eagle see the storm come, he take off. He take off, baby. He take off and he go straight into that storm. Do you understand me? God said when all hell break loose, baby, just take off. Take off in him. Take off in prayer. Do you understand me? Take off. Comment on this live. Take off. Hashtag take off. God said when we see the storm coming, baby, we got to be just like that eagle and just take off. It's time to take off. In God. Take off. That eagle be waiting. That eagle be so excited. Be like, yes, that's what I've been waiting on. Here come the storm. Now, let me tell y'all why he be so happy for the storm to come, baby. The eagle be so happy for the storm to come because the eagle see the storm as a resting thing. See, the eagle know that when the storm come, it's going to be some strong wind in that storm. It's going to be tornadoes, cyclones, all kind of strong wind. See, this is the stuff that scare the other birds. This type of stuff scare the other birds. God said that's what God told me. God said this journey ain't for the weak. He said this ain't for the weak. He said you got to be strong to walk this thing. I told y'all it's a process. God said you got to be strong to walk this process. God said this ain't for everybody. Do you understand me? God said that's why they run and they go take shelter. God said when the storm come, baby, you want to know who a eagle and who a chicken. Watch who run when that storm come. If you want to know who for you and who against you, God said when all hell, and I'm not cursing, I'm just saying that in a sense. But God said, how you know who is for you and who against you? God said, watch what happens. Watch these folks when all hell break loose in your life. When the storm come. God said, watch who run and who stay. Come on now. I know what I'm talking about. God said when all hell break loose, watch who stay and who run. Because God said them ones that run, God said it's time to get away from them. God said them the pigeons and the chickens and the buzzards. God said them common birds. Because let me tell y'all something. You better make sure you got some eagles on your team. Do you understand me? Because when the eagle see the storm, baby, the eagle take off. He take off. He fly straight into the storm. Y'all need some folks standing with y'all when all hell break loose. They could take your hand and pray with you, baby. They can take your hand and pray with you, and they'll stand in the midst of that storm with you. Do you understand me? That's a friend. That's a friend. God said if you ain't got nobody like that, you need to be by yourself. You need to be by yourself. That's why I'm by myself. That's why I'm by myself. God said ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself, baby. Because when the storm come, God said they running. Them folks that y'all call y'all friends, when the storm break loose in your life, they gone, baby. They gone. Them folks gone. Them folks ain't studying you. They gone. That's why I told y'all don't worry about them folks. Go after your destiny. Do you understand me? Because them folks ain't studying you. Them folks is not studying you. When the storm come, watch who stay and watch who run. Because the eagles are going to stay. If it ain't no eagle, you don't need them nowhere around you. You don't need, God said he sent the storm so y'all can see if you got chickens or you got eagles around you. Because when the storm come, if it's a chicken, they going to cluck right on up out of there. You going to look around like you thought somebody was standing with you, and you look back and you see they gone. You got to go before the judge. Ain't nobody up there. They gone. Them pigeons and chickens. Y'all better get from around them people. Do you understand me? Them type of people ain't got nothing for you. They ain't got nothing for you. Only thing them people want from you is what they can take from you. They ain't never got nothing to give you. Them the pigeons and the chickens. God said it's time to roll alone, baby. Comment on this live and say it's time to roll alone. Be by yourself. You can't go wrong like that, baby. You can't go wrong when you by yourself. God said y'all trying to roll with too many folks. You gonna have to drop them folks. Do you understand me? You gonna have to drop them folks. Cause when you got a crowd of people, that's dangerous. That's dangerous when you in a crowd full of people. Cause most of them folks in that crowd don't even like you. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Cause people are evil. Everybody ain't seeking after God, and everybody don't want righteousness. Everybody, some of these folks don't care nothing about no gift. They don't care nothing about what's on the inside of them, and they don't want you to know nothing about what's on the inside of you. They want to sit around and do nothing, and they want you to come do nothing with them. If I'm on time with this, say, you on time, Toya. You on time, Toya. These folks don't want nothing out of life, and that's all right. That's all right. But you just let them know you ain't finna drag me down with you, because I'm an eagle. I'm an eagle, and it's time for me to fly. Comment on this live and say, it's time to fly. It's time to fly. I know y'all done said that earlier, but say it again. It's time to fly. Them pigeons and chickens and buzzards, they go take shelter when the storm comes. But when the eagle see the storm, the eagle get excited, and the eagle take off. He runs straight into the storm. And what the eagle does is, when he gets up at top flight, whoo, baby, it's something to behold an eagle. Do you understand me? When that eagle get at top flight, he stretch his wings out. He stretch his wings out, baby. He stretch them wings out. And what he do, he lock in on them. He lock in on them. This is why he gets excited when the storm comes. Because when the storm comes, the eagle know he can rest his wings. He can rest his wings. He ain't got to do all that flapping when the storm comes. Because all that wind from the storm, the eagle, when he get at top flight, he lift his wings out, right? He lift his wings out. He used the winds from the storm to glide. See, he glide on top of the storm. He glide. The eagle know when that storm come, he ain't got to put in all that work. He can just rest. He just rests. And what the eagle does is he uses the winds of the storm to push him. Come on now. Come on, somebody. He uses the winds of the storm to push him up higher. He flies higher. See, he's the only bird that can, eagle is the only bird that can fly at top flight. It's the only bird that can fly at that high altitude. But that's why it gets so excited when the storm comes, because the eagle knows that even though he get to the highest altitude, then he uses the storm to push him up even further. He used that wind from that storm to push him up even further. And what he do, he get up there on top of the storm. When the eagle see the storm, he goes straight into it. He flies straight into it, baby. He don't even hesitate. He don't even hesitate. He flies straight into that thing. Do you understand me? No hesitation. That's what he was built. That's what he was built for. That's what he was born for. And God said, you are an eagle. You were built to withstand this storm. Do you understand me? You were built to go through this thing. God said, stop whining and stop crying, because you was built for this. God said, you can take it. You think you can't take it, but God said, you can take it, baby. You can take it. Come in on this live and say, I can take it. I can take it, because I'm an eagle. I can take this thing. I can go through this. I can make it through this. I can make it through this, because I'm an eagle. And I was built for it, baby. I was built for the battle. I was built for the storm. I was built for high places like that eagle. See, the eagle loves high places. He don't like to stay low with the low birds and the common birds. The eagle lives for high places. The eagle lives for high altitudes, for high places. When he see that storm come, he take off. He get up there and he fly straight into it. He flies straight into it. Now, you know, as that eagle is flying up and as he is going through that storm, you know, it's all kind of stuff knocking up against him. But what? He don't let that stop him. He keep going. And God said, I don't care what come up against you. God said, don't you let nothing stop you. Do you understand me? God said, when that stuff start hitting up against you, God said, you push even harder. You push even harder. Because God said, if something is trying to stop you, that means that you on your way. Do you understand me? Because the devil ain't be no dead horse. I know what I'm talking about. If it's something that's trying to stop you, God said, you woman of God, man of God, you better push even harder. You better be just like that eagle, baby. You better not stop till you get the top flight. Top flights. Comment on this live and say top flight. It's time. That's where you supposed to be at. God said you're not even supposed to be down here where you at. God said you're supposed to be on top. You're supposed to be in top flight. You're supposed to be in top flight where the eagles fly at. And them pigeons and chickens and buzzards and all them common birds, they be down there just they just be cackling. They just be talking about folks, gossiping about folks. Misery loves company. God said don't concern yourself with them kind of folk. God said see and don't see. Tell them folk, I love you, God bless you, and bye. Because I fly at top flight. I don't worry about what people say about me. You got to know they talk. Yeah, they talk. Just like the pigeons and the chickens, they gonna talk, but the eagle don't even hear what they saying, baby, because he's too high. He's too high. And God said it's time for you to get so high in him, you don't even hear what nobody is saying about you. Forget what them folks saying about you. You don't even hear it. God said, if what people say about you still gets to you, you flying too low. You flying too low. If you still worried about what people think about you and you still walking on eggshells trying to please this person and please that person, you are flying too low. Now it's time to come up the top flight. Forget them folks. Forget them. Because you got a destiny. You got somewhere you got to be. You are an eagle. That eagle lift out his wings. He lock in on his wings. And he just rest. He just rests in the midst of the storm, baby. He just rests. And the eagle ride on top of the storm. He ride on top of the storm. And what he does is he lifts out his wings and he locks in on his wings and he rests. And he let the winds push him higher. God said, y'all think this storm came to destroy y'all. This is why God says, stop crying, stop whining, stop complaining, baby. You got to get excited when you see the storm. Because the storm came to take you higher. Come on now. Come on now. Come in on this live and say, it's time to go higher. It's time to go higher. Toya, it's time to go higher. Divine ones. This storm didn't come to destroy you. God said some of y'all been sick. You've been fighting sickness. Let me tell you something. This sickness is not unto death. This sickness didn't come to take you out. This sickness came to push you up higher. It came to get you to fly higher, just like that eagle. See, God said you got to learn how to use the storm. Come in on this live and say, use the storm. Use the storm. What you talking about, Toya? What does that mean? Y'all, the eagle get excited about the storm. The eagle just used the storm to his advantage. Because he know he can already fly high. But he know when the wind from the storm come, that get him to fly even higher. He has an advantage over the storm because he uses the storm to push him up higher. God said, y'all got to learn how to use these storms, baby. You got to learn how to use this storm. And you got to be just like that eagle. Just like that eagle stretch out his wings. God said you got to stretch out the wings of faith, baby. Comment on this live and say the wings of faith. Oh, my God. The wings of faith. God said you got to stretch out. When that storm go to breaking loose all around you, baby, you just like that eagle. God said you stretch out them wings of faith. Faith is your confidence in God. Do you understand me? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and it is the evidence of things that are not seen. When everybody else don't see how you making it, baby, you lock in on your faith. Just like that eagle spread his wings and he lock in on his wings and he just rests. God said, lock in on your faith and rest in him. Do you understand me? You are an eagle. You were built for this storm. Stop letting that stuff scare you and run into it. Take off and use that storm to push you up higher. God said when this storm go on and pass on over, God said you're going to find yourself in a higher place. God said you're going to find yourself up, elevated. You're going to be to reach new heights just by going through this storm. And them pigeons and them chickens, the ones that ran from the storm, they still gonna be down there. You gonna be flying all over them, baby. They still gonna be down there. You gonna be flying all over them. They still gonna be down there gossiping and talking about folks. You gonna be flying all over the world, baby. Oh, such and such just got back from Jamaica. Oh, such and such just got back from the Caribbean. Oh, such and such just flew over across the country. Baby, you gonna be flying all around them folks. And they gonna be down there, yeah, she thinks she better than everybody else. Yeah, he think he this, he think he that. And you just gonna be flying all around them folks. Forget them folks. I told y'all some folks don't want nothing, ain't trying to get nothing, and never will have nothing. That's their choice. That's their choice. But you got a destiny. You got somewhere you got to be. It's time for you to fly at top flight. God said you better learn how to use that storm. Just like that eagle do. Because that's what that eagle do. He spread his wings out. And he lock in on his wings. And he used that wind of that storm. And he just used it to push him higher. And he rests. And then what the eagle does, I'm going to leave y'all with this. After the eagle get through riding that storm, baby, when the wind slow down and when he finished riding that storm, he go back to flapping his wings. He let the storm pass on by. God said, you gotta, like that song say, I told the storm. God said, y'all better talk to this storm. God said, this stuff that's been bothering y'all, God said, y'all better talk to this storm because you are an eagle. Tell that storm that my God is a God of the storm. And what I'm going to do, storm, I'm going to stretch out my wings of faith. And I'm going to lock in on my faith. And I'm going to rest in God. I'm going to rest in God because my God is the God of the storm. Comment on this live and say he's the God of the storm, baby. God is the God of the storm. You better stretch out your wings of faith and lock in. Lock in on your faith. And ride that storm. God said you better ride it. You ride on top of the storm. When all hell breaking loose, you ride that storm, baby. You rest in God. Lay down in your bed and go to sleep. Do you understand me? God said ain't no sense in you being up. God said he up. He contended with the ones that contend with you. God said it ain't no need for both of y'all to be up. God is up and God is taking care of your situation. Now you lay down and go to sleep. Get that stuff to God and lay down and go to sleep. It's time to rest in the midst of the storm. That's what that eagle do, baby. The eagle used the storm to rest. And God said after this storm, after you done use this storm to push you up to a new level, God said you let it go on by. Tell that storm now, I done used you. I done used you, baby. Hi, you thought you were going to come to destroy me? No, ma'am. I used you. Tell that storm, I used you to push me up higher. Now I'm through using you, and I'm going to let you pass right on by. I'm going to let you pass right on by. Bye. Because you thought you came to destroy me. You pushed me up higher. I'm doing even more now. I got even more now. I done bounced back with a fresh anointing. Baby, you thought you were doing something. You wasn't doing nothing. You just pushed me higher. Because I'm an eagle. Come in on this live and say I'm an eagle. I use the storm to push me higher. I ride on top of the storm. Come in on this live and say I am an eagle. Ride the storm. Eagles ride on top of the storm. Do you understand me? The storm still be going on, but the storm be going on underneath the eagle. Because the eagle be on top of that thing. God said it's time to get on top of that storm, baby. How you get on top of it? How I get on top of it, Toya? You got to pray every day. You got to seek God every day. Do you understand me? You got to stay before God's face. God said he sent that storm to get you to run back to him. Because God said some of y'all been running from him, and it's time for you to come back. Because God is the God of the storm. See, they didn't understand why Jesus was sleeping. Jesus was sleeping. And the people on the ship was like, how in the world is he sleeping and we in a storm? See, Jesus was sleeping because Jesus knew that his father was the God of the storm. God said when you know that he's the God of the storm, you can go to sleep. You can lay down and go to sleep at night, baby. While all hell breaking loose, you can lay down in your bed and go to sleep. And God said people going to be looking at you like you crazy because they're going to be like, why you not losing it? Like, why you not panicking? Because my God is the God of the storm, baby. I ain't got to panic. Let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. Don't panic. Don't panic, because Jesus ain't never panicked. He ain't never sweat. Don't panic, because you are an eagle. That eagle rides on top of the storm. So what do? When you see that, when the storms start gathering together in your life, when you get that phone call, when they call you with that bad news, when they call you and tell you such and such in the hospital, when they call you and tell you such and such just passed, when they call you and tell you this stuff, God said that's when the clouds start gathering together. The storm finna get ready to come in. God said, what do? Because that's what separates you from an eagle or a chicken. That's what establishes you as an eagle or a chicken. What you do when the storm comes. Because the eagle take off. He take off. Because he know he was built for that. He was built for that. I told you, you are an eagle. You are the righteousness of God. You are royalty. You are important to God. You may not be important to none of these folk, but don't worry about these folks. Because when God made man, he said rule, subdue, and have dominion. I tell y'all that all the time. We all supposed to be dominating. Don't worry about these folks. Tell them folks bye. If they don't appreciate you, they don't love you, they don't respect you, tell them folks bye. Because you are the righteousness of God. God said you got to stop allowing people to treat you any kind of way. Don't let these folks treat you any kind of way. And don't let these folks talk to you any kind of way. I don't care who they are. And I don't care how much money they have. God did not tell man to rule and subdue and have dominion over other men. Ain't no human supposed to be serving up under no human. We all supposed to be ruling and subduing and dominating the earth. But it's time for you to get in your gift. I told y'all, how do you know your gift? You know your gift when you find something that you do so good that it's so easy to you, but it's amazing to everybody else. Everybody else is just blown away, and it's so easy to you. That's when you know you found your gift. Because God said you ain't going to be happy until you get in your gift. You are not going to be happy until you get in your gift. So if you want to be happy, you got to get into your life's work, your life's purpose. Because God said, you know, all this other stuff that we've been doing, this stuff ain't going to make us happy. I don't care how much them folk pay you. You ain't never going to be happy till you get in your gift. But God said y'all scared and you letting fear stop you. You don't want to get into your gift because you scared of the process. Well, you don't have to trust the process. You're going to have to trust the process. Because I told you there is no elevator to success. The elevator is broke. You're going to have to take the stairs. But this is what I learned. And this is what I am learning every day. It ain't about the money. See, because God already blessed the gift. The gift, your gift is already blessed. As long as you get in your gift and you stay in your gift, you're going to have money. Don't worry about that, baby, because you're going to have the money. Because God already blessed that thing. It's already blessed. A man's gift is going to make room for him. And it's going to bring him before great men. God already established that. But God said the problem is we don't do it long enough to get the money. You got to stay in it. You got to stay in it. You got to trust the process. Comment on this live and say, trust the process. Trust the process. But this is what I learned, and this is what I am learning. It's not the success in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the cars and the money and the houses and all that stuff. Because God said you're going to get all that stuff. You're going to have all of that. It is the person that you become along the way. That's why God wants you to walk the process. Because the process weeds out the strong from the weak. See, the process weeds out the real from the fake. See, because everybody can't walk this process. Everybody can't do this. A lot of folks ain't gonna get with this. A lot of folks ain't gonna never reach their potential. Y'all ever seen folks that were so talented, they had so much potential, but they just didn't never want to do nothing? You just wish you could just get them and just shake them and be like, do something. It's just some people, they got all this potential, they got all this talent, and they just not doing nothing with it. They won't do nothing with it. Everybody can't get with this. That's why Jesus said, I come that you might have life. He said might because he knew everybody wasn't going to be able to get with this. Because let me tell you something. God gave every last one of us a will. We have a will to choose to do whatever we want to do. Now, that's the mighty God we serve. He gave everybody free will. The God that gave us the will And we take the will and choose against God. Now, ain't that something? God is the one that gave you the will, baby. You think you something. You think you doing this stuff on your own, and you talking about you don't believe in God and you don't need God. God is the one that gave you the right to be able to decide what you want to do. God is the one that gave you the will, and you're going to take that will and choose against God. And God says, see how far that going to get you. See how far that going to get you. Because you can't do nothing without God, baby. You going to need God. You ain't going to make it too far. You can't do nothing without God. You're going to need him. And let me tell y'all something. I'm going to leave y'all with this. It's a lot of stuff that's been breaking loose in the earth realm. God said don't worry about that stuff. It's a lot of stuff that's been going on. Don't worry about that stuff. Because God said there is no recession in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? There is no crisis in the kingdom of heaven. None of that. God ain't never out of control. He's always in control. Comment on this live and say, God is in control. God is in control. He ain't never out of control. God ain't depressed. God ain't anxious. God ain't like man. Do you understand me? He is not like man that he should lie. And he's not the son of man that he should repent. And God said, my arms are not short that I cannot save you. And his ears are not deaf that he cannot hear you. We have put a barrier up between us and God. And it's this mess that we keep getting ourselves in. This mess that we keep going back to. That's the barrier that we put up between us and God. Because God said he's very capable of hearing you when you pray. He's very capable of that. But God said it's time for us to come out of some of this stuff. Come out of it. And let me tell y'all something else. The Bible says that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord will uphold him with his righteous right hand. Let me tell y'all something. The sin is not in falling down, because God already knew you were going to fall down. He already knew we was going to fall short. He knew that. So stop letting that stuff get you down. Stop letting that make you feel bad, and stop letting that make you feel like you unworthy to serve God or to stand for God or to speak for God. God ain't studying that stuff you done did. Do you understand me? God said I throw that stuff in the sea of forgetfulness and I remember it no more. God ain't worried about that stuff. So stop letting that stuff make y'all feel bad. The sin is not in falling down. So if somebody think they know something on you and all this type of stuff, don't worry about them folks, because God ain't even worried about that. They better know something about themselves. The sin is not in falling down. The sin is in staying down. The only difference between a sinner and a saint is the saint knows how to repent. The saint knows how to get up. Because guess what? Both of them fall. Okay, come on now. Come on now. There is none righteous but the Father. All of them fall. The sinner and the saint, both of them fall. The only difference is the saint know how to get up. That's the only difference. God said it's time to get up. God said you done been in your mess long enough. Now it's time to get up. It's time to get up. And it's time to get in God. Because God said when you are in him, he going to order your steps. He going to show you the way that you need to go. God said you in the world trying to figure out what you need to do, and you ain't going to never have it figured out. Because you can't do nothing without God. You going to have to get in God, baby. You going to have to get in God and allow God to order your steps. How do you do that? You got to seek him first. You got to seek him because you got to know what his will is for your life. You got to know what his purpose is for your life. Let me tell y'all something. Before you go to writing your vision down, because I tell y'all all the time to put it on paper, you need to seek God first. You need to consult God first and ask God what is it that he wants for your life. What does he want you to do? What does he want you to do? Why are you here? What is your gift and what is your purpose? You need to seek God for that stuff first. Because God said some of us done went to writing stuff down and God ain't even in that stuff. God ain't even have nothing to do with that. So you better make sure that you seeking after the will of God for your life, because you can't go wrong like that. You can't go wrong. That's why I told y'all, if you doing something that God told you to do and somebody gets in your way, don't worry about them folks, because God said he getting ready to knock them folks down. He getting ready to knock them folks down. God said they going to fall like Goliath. Baby, that's a giant. They going to fall. God getting ready to knock them folks down. God said, if anybody, and let me tell you something, you got to have so much faith in God. You got to know that if anybody come up on you, they'll fall dead before God let them folk do anything to you. That's just how strong my faith is in God. Before God allow anything to come upon me and my children, it'll fall dead. It'll fall dead. And how is that? How can you say that, Toya? Because that's just how strong my faith is in God. Faith is your confidence in God. Let me tell y'all something. Faith moves God. Do you understand me? If you got faith in God, you believe what you say, you believe what God said, and you stand on the word of God, baby, you will never fall. You will never fall. And if you do fall, you're going to fall in God. And I just told y'all what the word said. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord will uphold him with his righteous right hand. God said, y'all falling and y'all in the world. If you in the world and you fall, let me tell y'all something. The world is evil. People are evil. If you fall in the world gonna kick you when you down. People gonna kick you when you down. People will not support you. People love to see you when you fall down. Y'all ain't noticed that? If I'm on time, comment. You on time, Toya? Amen. Come on, tell what's going on. What's up? Y'all know it. People love to see you when you down. They love to see that. That's why you don't tell them, baby. Don't tell them. Do you understand me? That's what God told me. God said don't post that mess. Don't say nothing about that mess. God said don't tell them. They ask you how you doing. Tell them I have no problems. You ain't got no problems? I ain't got no problems. Comment on this live and say, I have no problems. Because you don't. You don't have no problems. Because God said that problem ain't even no problem. It's just an opportunity. You got to start seeing your problems as opportunities to grow. Comment on this live. And if y'all haven't shared it, share this live. Share this video. I have no problems. Because you don't. Let me tell y'all something. A problem is an opportunity to grow. That's opportunity for growth. See, what separates a successful person from an average person is the way that they look at their problems. That's what God told me. God said that. See, this is why y'all need to spend time by y'allself. God said we be want to go and hang out with everybody and go be around the crowd and hang out with the crowd. But God said you're going to have to spend some time by yourself. Because when you are by yourself, God reveals things to you. He shows you more when you by yourself. God just been revealing stuff left and right, honey. I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to write this down. Hold on, Holy Spirit. Let me write this down. All kind of stuff. My journal is packed. Because God keep revealing things to me. But guess what? If I would have had this person in my ear, and this person in my ear, somebody back here talking, somebody over here talking, I wouldn't have heard nothing God said. God said, y'all got too many pigeons and chickens. They cackling all in your ear, and God is just speaking. And y'all don't even hear what the Father is saying to you. He wants to reveal himself to you. God said, all day long, I stretch forth my hand. All day long, I stretch forth my hand to you. And God said, you reject him. Every day that you sit on your gift, you don't do nothing with the gift that God put on the inside of you. Well, I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to, well, that's what they can do. Ooh, they know they talented, but I just can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because God put a gift inside of you. And I came to stir it up. Because you got a gift. You got a gift. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because you can do all things. Now comment on this live and say, I can do all things. I can do all things through the God that is within me. I can do all things, baby. But you got to get from around them pigeons and them chickens. You got to stop letting them folks cackle all in your ear. Because God said that fear that we have and us thinking that we're not good enough, that's because of what we've been sitting around. Once you stop sitting around that stuff, you stop listening to that stuff, and you only hear from God, God said that's when you will get your confidence. That's when you will get bold with that thing. God said you're going to have to shut out everybody else. I told y'all, it ain't that I'm hateful, it's that I'm faithful. Comment on this live. It ain't that I'm hateful, baby. I'm faithful. I'm faithful. I'm faithful to my purpose. I'm faithful to the gift that God put on the inside of me. I'm faithful to my mission, my vision. I'm not hateful. I'm not trying to be hateful. I just got somewhere I got to be. And God said it is urgent. God said this is a 911 emergency. Do you understand me? This thing is urgent that you get to your destiny. It is urgent that you reach your destiny. It's a 911 emergency in the spirit that you reach your destiny. God said that's why when he tell y'all something, when he give you the vision, God said reveal it. Reveal it. Now don't do it at first, right out the gate, unless you're strong enough to withstand the criticism, because you're going to get a lot of criticism. This is why I say be careful about saying it at first. When God gives you your vision and you know what you're supposed to be doing, and God has told you what you're supposed to do, don't announce that stuff unless you're strong enough to withstand that criticism. Because people going to criticize you. Do you understand me? They're going to have everything. You can't do that. You came from such and such. You ain't got no money. How you going to do that? How you going to do this? You got to be strong enough to withstand all of that. Because guess what? You ain't going to have all the answers. Because I told y'all, when you start out on this journey, God, he blindfolds you. That's why this weed out the real from the fake. See, that's why the process weed out the strong from the weak. Because everybody can't be blindfolded. Some folk got to see. Y'all ever know folk got to see everything? They got to see. Oh, they just got to, I just can't believe that. I got to see it. God said, well, that journey ain't, them kind of folks, they ain't made for the journey. Because God don't show you everything, baby. You going to have to walk this journey blindfolded. You ain't going to know if you coming or going. You ain't going to know what the next day going to hold. You ain't going to know how you going to pay your bills, how you going to pay your mortgage, how you going to pay your car note. God said you just ain't going to know. That's where faith come in it. God said, how do you know what you have unless it's tested? You got to test it. How you, just like with them kids, they don't pass that grade until they test them. Comment on this live and say you got to pass the test. You got to pass the test. Now, I'm finna get ready to let y'all go for real now. I want y'all to go get y'all some good sleep. But comment on this live and say you got to pass the test. God said some of y'all keep going through the same thing over and over and over and over. That's because you ain't passed the test. You got to pass the test. Now, you stop what you're doing. Cut out all that noise that's around you and ask God, what is he trying to show you? What does he want you to learn from this so you can pass this test and go on to your next level? It's time for you to go to your next level. You got new opportunities that's waiting for you on your next level, but you still going round and round in circles down here. It's time to drop that mess and come up here to your opportunities. You got people, you got new rooms that's waiting for you. New opportunities that's just waiting for you. And you still going round and round with that thing. Y'all better ask God, what is he trying to show you? What is he trying to tell you so you can learn what you need to learn and drop that stuff and go on up to your next level. Because let me tell you something. Long as you walking this planet and long as you on this earth, you're going to have to grow. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to grow. At the point where you stop growing, that's when it's time for you to leave up out of here. But long as you down here, you're going to have to grow. So God said we got to stop being comfortable. We got to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Did you hear what I said? You got to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Let me tell you something. When you can learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable, you getting somewhere. You getting somewhere. Because a lot of folks ain't going to leave their comfort. Let me tell you, these folks, they just like this. They cushiony. They comfortable, baby. They comfortable. They ain't going to leave their comfort zone. I told y'all on my last live, now what God going to do when you don't move? What he going to do when you don't move? What I told you. He going to push you. Just like that mama eagle do, baby. With them baby eagles. When they won't move, they won't fly, she packed that nest full of sticks. I told y'all that on my last live. Yeah, we still talking about the eagle. We still talking about the eagles, so we still talking about the eagles. Because God said y'all need to learn this because you are an eagle. She packed that nest full of sticks. And when they get so uncomfortable, baby, they get up out of that nest. God said he had to shake that thing up because you wasn't going to move. You was not going to move. You were going to stay right there. God said some of y'all done got fired. You feel bad. You feel like let me tell you something. You feel like the whole world is gone and you done lost everything just because you got fired from them for job. God said that's because you built your hopes and your dreams and your plans on that job. God said you got to build your hopes and dreams and plans on him. Do you understand me? You got to build your dreams on something that's going to stand. That job ain't going to stand. It is not going to stand. Because let me tell you something. Them folks will fire you like they handing out candy. Here you go. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. They'll fire you. That's why you got to get into your gift. Because they can't fire you from your gift, baby. Comment on this live and say they can't fire me from my gift. Y'all come on. Comment. I'm finna let y'all go. But you need to let yourself know that. If you working on somebody's job, that's fine. But God said take that money and God said start investing in your dream. Use that money to get you to your next level. Use them people. Because all them people doing is using you. They just using you. Them folks on that job, they do not love you. They is not studying you. Now, I'm sorry. I'm just calling it like I see it. Because I done seen folks work on jobs 20 and 30 years and they fired them folks. Like they giving out candy. They fired them folks. Get rid of them. Because they said, when you get to a certain age, you become a liability to them folks' company. You a liability. The older you get on them folks' job, then you making the most money because you been there the longest. You going to be the first one to go, baby. I told y'all the eagle be looking for the storm. The eagle look for the storm. You better start looking for this stuff to happen. Do you understand me? Because God said y'all need to stop letting this stuff surprise y'all when it come up on you. You got to start looking for the storm. Just like that eagle. See, God said you done got this chicken and pigeon mindset. So when the people tell you fired, it just crushes your whole world. You just like, oh my God, they done fired me. You got to be an eagle. That's why I'm preaching eagles, and I'm going to probably be preaching eagles to the day I die. Because God said it's time for us to fly high. We are eagles. Look for them stuff. Look for that stuff to happen. Do you understand me? Look for the storms. Comment on this live and say, I look for the storms. Where they at? Where the storm at? I told y'all what that eagle do. He take off. When he see the storm, he take off. He fly into it, baby. And he lock in. When the folks tell you you're fired or you get any kind of bad news, take off. Take off in God. Take off in God. Spread out your wings of faith, baby, and lock in on it. Do you understand me? And you better rest in God. You better rest in God, because God is the God of the storm. Because if God said that them folks fired you, God said it's a reason why them folks fired you. Do you understand me? That was God pushing you. That was him pushing you out of that nest. Because you were good and comfortable in there at them folks' job. God said if he didn't never push you, you would have never left that job and you would have never started your business. God said it's time for you to dominate. It's time for you to dominate. You supposed to be dominating. You ain't supposed to be playing it small on nobody's job. It's time to wake up. Comment on this live and say it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. God said you've been sleeping too long. It's time to wake up, baby. It's time for you to see yourself the way God see you. And God sent Toya, little old Toya from Blakely, Georgia. God sent little old me to let you know who you are in him. God said in this season, you better expect the unexpected. Because God said a lot of y'all ain't expect this to even be coming from me. But God said it's good. It's good word for you. It's good spiritual word for you. God said you better eat this. Because God said you gonna see some manifestations off this word. Do you understand me? You gonna see it. Expect the unexpected, because you don't know who got your blessing. You don't know what blessing, what mouth your blessing gonna come out of. You don't know. That's why y'all better stop counting these folks out. I told y'all I came from the bottom, but the best gifts came from the bottom, baby. The best gifts come from the bottom. From Blakely, Georgia, Willis Kane Projects. But the best gifts come from the bottom. Come on now. Somebody say, can anything good come from Blakely, Georgia? Yes. Yes, baby, it can. Because there's a lot of gifts in Blakely, Georgia. Do you understand me? Because I know what I growed up seeing. God said it's a lot of gifts in Blakely, Georgia. Do you understand? I'm not just talking about Blakely. I'm talking about everywhere. But I'm just talking about my hometown and where I came from. And God said it's time for the people in Blakely, Georgia to recognize who they are and the gifts that they have on the inside of them. Because Blakely, Georgia is blessed, baby. And there are gifts and talents and callings in Blakely, Georgia. God said it's time for, God said it's a lot of eagles over there, baby. God said y'all been flying low, but it's time for y'all to come up. God said it's time for you to cut them pigeons and them chickens, and it's time for you to come up now. Come on up. God is calling you higher. He's calling you higher in this season. He ain't put them gifts in you for you to sit there and not do nothing with them. I told y'all, if you go back to the Father with that gift, meaning if you mess around and check up out of here, you mess around and die, and you ain't used this gift, God said you are a thief because you took something that did not belong to you. That gift that you got sitting in your belly, that gift does not belong to you. That's why I'm on this live every other day giving my gift. I give it to y'all. I give it to you because it don't belong to me. It don't belong to me. It belongs to my generation. God said you got to give it to your generation. God said you got to give it so much, baby, to that when you die, you just empty. You ain't got nothing left. You done gave them everything you had and you ready to be offered up. God said when you come back to me, you better come back empty. God said you better not come back full with that gift. If y'all can sing, you better sing. Do you understand me? If ain't nobody listening to you, you sing to the birds. If you can preach, you better preach. You better preach. I don't care if you got to preach to your dog. I don't care if you got to preach to the pillows. Preach. Because that's what God told you to do. And God said, you going to see the people. They going to start coming. If God told you to write, you better write. You better write that book. Stop sitting on it and write that book. Because God said, you better not come back to him and you ain't use that gift. You better not come back and you ain't use that gift, baby. You gonna be a thief and a robber because you took something that did not belong to you. You supposed to live so to these folks. If they wanted to forget about you, they could never forget you, baby. You gotta live so till they put your name in the history books. Do you understand me? You gotta live so to where your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren that don't even know you, never got a chance to meet you, them babies read about you. Because they see the life that their grandmama lived. They see the life that their granddaddy lived. Oh, my granddaddy was a blessed man. They said my granddaddy did this, he did that. God said, we ain't doing nothing. These children ain't going to have nothing to talk about with us because we ain't doing nothing. That's why when these folks die, you talk about these folks a week and you don't even think about them no more. Everybody love you when you pass away. Everybody got a story about you. Everybody sharing their screenshot text messages. Yeah, if I'm on time with this, y'all say you on time, Toya. Amen, Toya. As they say, hello, likes. Amen, Toya. You on time, Toya. When you die, these folks share all their screenshot text messages that they got from you. The messages from 5 years ago. But they still gonna share it because they gotta let everybody know that they had a conversation with you. They got to let everybody know they gave you something. They got to let everybody know that you were their friend. You were their buddy. And then after a week or two, they don't even talk about you anymore. Because God said we're not living no kind of way. We just waking up every day like it's an accident. God said you are not here on accident. You are here for a purpose. Comment on this live and say, I am here for a purpose. I have a purpose. I ain't here to just play. I ain't here to just be, and God said some of y'all been playing too long. I know because I was playing. Yeah, I played. God, he got me. Now I'm getting y'all. God said it's time to stop playing. You ain't here to play. You ain't here for what you want to do. See, we living this life like we here to do our will. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You are here to make manifest the glory of God that is within you. That's why you are here. You ain't here to play. And you ain't here to do your own thing. God said some of y'all having a good time doing your own thing. Because I used to have a good time doing my own thing. But God said it's not about you. It's not about you. God said you better not come back to him with that gift. Stop being a thief and stop being a robber. Now this is tight, but it's right. Stop being a thief and a robber and give the world what is owed to them. Because that gift does not belong to you. It belongs to your generation. See, when God made you, God looked at this world and God saw something wrong with this world. God put the answer on the inside of you. He saw a problem in the world. And what he did was he packaged you up. He put a seed. He put a seed on the inside of you. See, you were born with a purpose. See, to your parents, you probably was a surprise. You might have been a surprise to your parents. But according to God, you was right on time. You was right on time, baby. Don't nothing surprise God. You was right on time. And God said this journey you walking, God said it was made for you. Before the foundation of the world, it was made for you. And God said you built for this. God said everything that you gonna face along this journey, he has already put everything that you need on the inside of you. This journey, you were built for it. You were eagle. You were eagle. You was built for the storm. The storm cannot destroy you. You use it. What I just told y'all, use that thing. Just like how some y'all ever been used by somebody, you just felt bad. Yeah, because we all been used by somebody, whether we want to admit it or not. You ever been used by somebody, you just felt low. You like, well, they just used me. I thought I was doing something. They ain't even want me like that. They were just using They were just using me. God said you better start using that storm just like that. Use it. Use it. It only came to push you higher. So use it to do just that. And when you get your blessing and you get higher, you get your lesson out of the storm, let it pass on by. Comment on this live and say, let the storm pass on by. It's over now, baby. It's over. It's over. God said you done walked the hardest part. It's smooth sailing. It's smooth sailing on out from here, baby. Comment and say, let the storm pass on by. It's smooth sailing. God said you done did the hardest part. You been walking the storm. So God said in the eyes of the eagle, you done already flew through the storm. God said you at top flight now. Comment on this live and say, I'm at top flight. I am at top flight. Come on, y'all got to keep up. Keep up. Keep up. I am at top flight. God said you done got through the hardest part, baby. You at top flight now. All you got to do is ride. Just ride. God said they still gonna be talking, calling you about all kind of stuff. God said don't let that stuff get to you, baby. You on top. You at top flight. You gotta be like that eagle and just ride it out. Ride it out. Comment on this live and say, ride it out, Toya. I'ma ride this storm. I'ma ride this storm, girl. I'ma ride this thing. This thing ain't gonna destroy me. God said somebody getting some strength tonight. God said somebody getting their strength. Cause that's why I ain't got off this live yet. Cause I was supposed to be off of here about an hour ago. But God said somebody getting their, God said you getting your wind back. I don't know who you are, but God said you getting your wind back. God said after this live and after this video, God said you gonna wake up with a fresh anointing. Oh my God. Oh my God. God said you, woman of God, man of God, whoever you are, you gonna bounce up with a fresh anointing. God said you gonna feel joy come out of nowhere. God said every tear you cried, God said he getting ready to restore your happiness back to you. Comment on this live and say, I receive it, Toya. I receive that. And if y'all have not already share this live. Because God getting ready to restore some joy and some peace and some happiness back to his folk. God said he tired of his folk walking around getting drugged by the devil. God is tired of that. Don't you know it grieved God's heart to see us down here with our heads dropped low? We are the righteousness of God. I don't care what you did. Forget about that stuff. You are the righteousness of God. Hold your head up. Hold your head up. You are royalty. Now comment. I am royalty, baby. I am royalty. I told y'all no matter what the prince or princess might go get themselves in, the king coming. He coming to get his children. And God said he coming. He coming to get y'all. God said he ain't gonna let y'all fall into the hands of y'all enemies. No. No. He's not going to let you fall into the hands of your enemy. God said what he does is, and God said he ain't going to let you run from your enemies neither. So stop running from them folks. Don't be scared of them folks. Don't be scared of nobody. Let me tell y'all something. God didn't tell you to run from your enemies. What David said. He prepares a table before me. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So what that told me? What does that tell me, Toya? That tell me that God didn't tell me to run from my enemy. God said you go sit down with them. God said when the enemy come in, I don't care where y'all at the doctor's office, the hospital, your job, wherever you at. When you see your enemy, God said rest. God done told you that he gonna prepare a table before you in the presence of them folks. And God said them folks cannot do nothing to you. They can't hurt you, baby. I just told you. God said it'll drop dead. It'll drop. Before God let anything hurt you, it'll drop dead. But you got to believe that. That ain't something Toya can tell you. You got to believe that in your heart. Because the Bible says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if I believe in my heart that God ain't going to let nothing hurt me and my children, he gonna let that mess fall dead before it come up on me and my children, then so it is. So it is. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You got the ability to think and believe whatever you want to believe, baby. You better make sure you believe the word of God, though. Comment on this live and say, I believe the word of God, Toya. I believe God's word. You got to believe the word of God, baby. He prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies. I sit down with them. I eat with them. God said when these folk come up on y'all enemies and stuff, God said don't get shaky. No, don't get shaky. God said he gonna put them around you to show you that they can't do nothing to you. He gonna put them around you to show you these folk cannot hurt you. Stop running from these folks. Stop being scared of these folks. Well, I just don't fool with her like that. I just don't fool. I got beef with him. God said, stop running from these folks. These folks can't do nothing to y'all. He prepares a table before you in the presence of your enemies. And I told y'all what God said your enemies got a role they got to play. See, God needs your enemy. So don't run away from them and don't run them away from you because God needs your enemy. God said he going to use your enemy to bless you. That's why I told y'all to get in your gift. Because guess what? If you have some enemies, when you get in your gift, baby, the enemy's going to come looking for the gift. Because the gift is your fruit. See, you came to this world as a seed to produce a tree and give the world your fruit. God didn't say give the world your fruit to everybody except your enemies. No. You are a seed that came to this world to produce a tree and give the world your fruit. So you sitting right here looking at me every time you watch me on this live, every time you listen to an episode of my podcast, you read a book that I wrote, you do anything. Guess what? That's me giving you my fruit. Because God said these folk, they doing a whole lot of stuff, but they ain't got no fruit. Where is the fruit? Comment on this live and say, where is the fruit? Where is the fruit? The apple tree don't tell you, hey, I'm an apple tree. I'm an apple tree. I got these many apples. I got this. I got that. I got this. I got that. But I'm an apple tree. The apple tree don't never say that. We know it's an apple tree because we see apples on the tree. And God said these folks telling y'all about all these titles and stuff they got, but you don't see no fruit. You don't see no works. God said, I know you by your works. Where's the fruit? You are a seed that came from God to come to this world to produce a tree and give the world your fruit. That's why you are here. He didn't say everybody can eat the fruit except your enemy. So guess what? Your enemies coming, they coming to look. They gonna want what you carrying. Cause you got a gift on the inside of you. That's why y'all got to get into your gift. Now, God said this why you got to fix your heart. Because God said when them folks come, they ain't coming to hurt you. They coming because they want the gift. They ain't even going to know why they there. I told y'all this the other day in the Divine Ones. They ain't even going to know why they there. Them folks, they might be all shaky and stuff. They ain't even going to know what's going on. They ain't even going to know why they there. Because they know, all they know is they hate you, but why they can't stop watching you. You know what I'm saying? They hate you, but why they can't stop, you know, why you keep being on their mind? Why they keep searching for you or whatever? Because of the gift that you got on the inside of you. That's why you got to get into your gift. And God said when they come, God said that's why you got to fix your heart. Because you ain't supposed to have no hatred or no bitterness in your heart towards anybody. I don't care what they did to you. Let that stuff go. Let that stuff go. And forgive them folks. Because God said they coming to get your gift. They coming to eat some of your fruit. Because the people not looking for you, they looking for your fruit. They looking for the gift. People are attracted to the fruit. They come looking for it. They'll buy anything that's dealing with it. They love the fruit. They want the fruit. They don't even like you. They just want the fruit. God said that's why you have to cleanse yourself. You got to purge yourself. You got to get rid of all that unforgiveness out of your heart. You got to humble yourself. Don't be thinking that you somebody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be thinking that you high and mighty and you all big and this and that. God said humble yourself. Because God said them folk gonna come looking for your gift. This is what he told me. And this is what I'm telling you. He said they coming. They coming to see that gift. They want that gift. Just like when we go to that plum tree. We ain't coming for the tree. We ain't studying the tree. When you go to the plum tree, you don't be looking at the tree talking about, oh, these some nice roots. Ooh, I love the roots on this tree. Ooh, I love the branches on this tree. Look at all them leaves and branches. You ain't studying that tree. You ain't there for the tree. You there for the fruit. You want the plums. You want them big juicy plums. And God said that's the way your enemy's gonna be. God said they ain't coming for you. They ain't studying you. They want that gift you got on the inside of you. And God said I will cause your enemies to bless you. That's why he said I will sit you at a table in the presence of your enemies. God said that's who got your blessing. That blessing you've been praying for, God said your enemy got it. That's why God said when these folk come up on y'all, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Because they not coming to hurt you. God said they coming to bless you. Because God said he going to trouble them all night long. They ain't going to be able to sleep. God said that money you been praying for, God said your enemy going to bring that money. I know what I'm talking about now. I know what I'm talking about. God said that prayer you been praying and asking him for, your enemy coming with it. And God doing that to test you. Because God want to see where your heart at. Where your heart at? Or you going to turn them folk down? Because God said when you turn them down and you turn them away, you just turned your blessing away. You just turned your blessing away when you turn them folks away. Don't come up on me. I don't fool with them folks. Let me tell y'all something. I just told you them people can't do nothing to you. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Y'all put more faith in all this other stuff. You got to put your faith in God. These folk can't do nothing to you. God said if you drink anything deadly, it will not harm you. Behold, I give you power to tread over serpents. God said, can't nothing harm you. And God has not given you the spirit of fear. So if you feel fear in your heart, you got to get rid of that because that ain't come from God. God said, I ain't give you that. Now, God is a gift giver. He loves to give gifts. He loves to give gifts because he wants us to use our gifts to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. So God loves to give gifts. But God don't give fear. That ain't one of his gifts. So if you feel fear in your heart, that did not come from God. Because God said, I have not given you the spirit of fear. Get rid of that fear. I told y'all on my last live, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. That stuff ain't even happened yet. You letting something stop you that ain't even happened yet because you sitting there thinking, what if? God says some of y'all gonna what if yourself to death. Let that stuff go. What if? What if this happened? What if that happened? You will always be in that situation if you keep thinking like that. You got to get a mindset to ask yourself, what if? Okay, start asking yourself questions like this. What if everything is working out for me? What if? It's okay to say what if, but let it be something good. Don't let it be something fearful. Let it be something good. Start asking yourself, what if everything is working out for my good? Just like the word of God said. What if? What if, Toya? What if? What if God is really using my enemies for my footstool, just like he said he would? What if? See, you got to start asking yourself empowering questions, meaning you got to ask yourself questions that are going to empower you, that are going to make you stronger. See, God said y'all asking questions, but you asking the wrong questions. You asking stuff like, why me? Oh, Lord, why me? Why they had to do this to me? God said that ain't going to do nothing but make you fall deeper and deeper in your mess. You got to ask yourself questions that's going to build you up. That's going to make you think on good things. See, you can't think bad if you ask yourself, what if everything is working out for me? What if? Because it is working out for you. It's just all based on how you see it. It's all based on how you see it. I told y'all, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. It ain't your situation. It ain't your circumstances. That ain't the battleground. The real battleground is in your mind. Comment on this live and say, the battleground is in my mind. You ain't fighting none of this stuff. You fighting yourself. I know what I'm talking about now. This ain't you versus your enemy. This is you versus you. The real battleground is in my mind, Toya. That's where it's at. That's where all the warfare taking place at, in your mind. It ain't got nothing to do with these other folks. It's all in your mind. So God said, it ain't you versus your supervisor. It ain't you versus your kids. It ain't you versus your husband. It ain't you versus your wife. It ain't you versus none of your enemies. God said it's you versus you. Comment on this live and say, it's me versus me. It's me versus me, Toya. If I can overcome myself, if I can win in myself, I'll win everywhere else. Now, this is the God honest truth. I'm not telling y'all nothing wrong. This some good word. Now, and I'm giving y'all everything I got. Do you understand me? I'm giving it to him tonight, God. I'm giving him the gift. God said, you better give it to him. And I'm giving it to him too. I'm giving it to him, Lord. It's you versus you. It ain't got nothing to do with your mom and them. God said some of y'all letting y'all past and y'all childhood talking about what your mom and them did to you, what your dad and them did to you, how your dad and them wasn't there for you, how your cousin them did this. That ain't got nothing to do with them folks. It's you versus you. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Because if you can overcome yourself, you will overcome everything else. You will overcome all that stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with them folks. It's all about you. The real battleground is right here. You got an internal enemy. We are our biggest enemy sometimes. We are our biggest hindrance. And we are our biggest problem sometimes. You got to overcome that voice that's in your head. Because see, that voice that's in your head, it ain't going to tell you nothing that's wrong about you. It make you think that you right. And it make you think that everybody else is wrong. But God said you got to turn that thing within. And you got to start looking at that voice. You got to know how to tell yourself, you wrong, Toya. You wrong. You got to learn how to tell yourself you wrong. God said that's when you growing. That's when you can get somewhere. See, we ain't got no problem telling other folk you wrong for that. They wrong for that. They shouldn't have did that. God said, what about when you wrong? Do you know when you wrong? It's you versus you. It ain't got nothing to do with these other folks. The real battleground is in your mind. That's it. That's all. That's all I got for y'all. Now, I poured it out. I poured it out. If y'all feel like I poured it out, comment on this live and say, you poured it out tonight, Toya. You poured, let me say proper English. You poured it out tonight, Toya. Y'all comment. You poured it out, girl. And I did. I gave y'all everything I had because I love y'all. I love you, divine ones. I love all of my divine ones, okay? And I want you guys to continue to invite members to the group, okay? Because we want to grow the divine community. So continue to invite members to the divine ones, okay? I want you guys to purchase one of the shirts, okay? The shirts are only $8. They are $8, and you can cash out me, and I will deliver the shirt to you if you in my area. Now, you ain't in my area, I'm going to have to ship it to you, okay? So, as I said, the shirts are $8. You can purchase one. I think I want to go with the black and the gold because most people like black and gold. And I think that's unisex, you know. So we're probably going to go with the black and the gold. Right now, I have different colors that I have available. Different colors, different sizes. It varies. So, but you can put in your order and I'll meet whatever need, you know, whatever color you want. But I think the official shirt is going to be black and gold. And I'm going to have some other shirts that I'm going to be doing as well with some of my sayings that I say to y'all. One of the shirts are going to have some of the I am affirmations. I am royalty, okay? I am a king. I am a queen. I am divine because you are. You know what I tell y'all. I tell y'all that all the time because you are divine. You are a queen. You are a king. You are royalty. Okay? And it's time to get you a shirt so you can let the world know that you are royalty. Okay? It's time to let the world know that you are a divine one. You ain't nothing to be played with. Because you're not nothing to be played with. You are divine. Divine means of God, from God, by God, and you are all of that. Okay? So I want you guys to check out an episode of my podcast. As I said, it's on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify. These are all apps that can be downloaded from the App Store or the Play Store. Okay? And it will soon be on iHeartRadio. So you guys I do an episode every day. So it ain't no shortage of the word. I got plenty of word for you. I got years and years worth of word. God said, give that gift. Give the gift to the people when they want to hear it, when they don't want to hear it. Now, y'all rocking with me. It's gonna be some time where you ain't going to be rocking with me. But guess what? I'm going to still be doing the same thing. Because God said you got to give the gift in season and out of season. And when people ain't rocking with y'all, don't let that stop y'all. You still give your gift because that's what God told you to do. If God told you to write that book, you write that book. I don't care but 2 folk buy it. You write that book because that's what God told you to do. Because God said the people are coming, but you got to do the gift. You got to work the gift long enough until the people come. Okay? So y'all know what I tell you. And I will also have a shirt with this on it too. If you could see it in your mind, you could hold it in your hand. With God, all things are possible. Comment on this live. This is the last comment that y'all gonna make because I'm finna let y'all go. With God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. All things, Toya. Yep. All things are possible. I ain't say some things. I ain't say every other thing. All things are possible with God. But the Bible said with God, not with you. So you can't go out there and try to do it by yourself. You need God. With him, all things are possible. Okay, so I love you guys so very much. As I said, I am a spiritual life coach, and I'm one because God told me I was one. I'm qualified. God didn't qualify me. So I am a spiritual life coach. So if you are interested in coaching sessions, I will send you guys my schedule, and you can set up a coaching session with me, okay? And we're going to figure out what your gift is. We're going to figure out what your calling is, what your purpose is, so you can get into it. Because time is of the essence. And this is a spiritual 911 emergency. You need to get in your gift ASAP, like 2 years ago. Okay? But I'm going to let you guys go. Go enjoy your night. Get you some good rest. Get you some good sleep. Don't let anybody bring no negativity to you. If they bring that negativity to you, and I will have this on a shirt too. You won't even have to tell them. When I make this shirt, you get this shirt. All you got to do is just, when they come up on you with that negativity, just do like this. Just do like this, because on the shirt, it going to say, tell them folk bye. On the shirt, it going to say, tell them folk bye. It going to say, I love you, God bless you, and bye. If y'all want that shirt, comment on this live, say, I want that shirt, Toya, because I'm tired of these folk. I'm tired of these folk bringing all this negativity to me. You ain't even got to say nothing to them if you got the shirt, see? If you got the shirt, all you got to do is, look, baby. Okay, bye. Tell them folk, bye. I love you, God bless you, and bye. That's what the shirt gonna say, because that's all that needs to be said. And I love you guys so very much. I tell y'all that all the time. Some of y'all probably say, how she say she love me? She don't even know me. I love you because I know you in the spirit. And I know what God shows me about you in the spirit. Therefore, I can say I love you, okay? So, you guys take care of yourself. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.